What's up guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing great. Here we go again in a new video, new tutorial. I hope you're liking my videos, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are going to do very fun video, very fun haircut. It's called the uniform haircut and the 90-degree haircut. This is very good for new cosmetologists and for any hairstylist starting their career. Very important to understand this haircut, guys. So as you see here, we just started cutting my perimeter, and I take my first section, and as you see, this is my 90-degree for the lower section. You see, and now this is the second section above it, and I have to elevate higher and cut the 90-degree. It's very important. This is my guideline, as you see, and here we go. We finish the first section. So now the section I'm going to take, I'm going to cut after that. I'm going to push them a little bit to the center to the previous section. So as you see here, I'm trying to explain is you will push a little bit more in to the center because I want to keep the outside of the hair as longer. I don't want to lose too much length because this mannequin, it has a fine hair, low density. So if you have a client with fine hair and low density, you don't want to lose so much weight, guys, especially on the perimeter. So as you see, I'm keeping my elevation steady, 90-degree. Okay, I'm not going very low, I'm not elevating very high, I'm keeping my elevation very consistent, and this is how you keep the shape perfect, and you don't have to go back later and fix it again, because if you keep your elevation consistent, you don't have to struggle later on the dry part. So as you see, I'm cutting my 90-degree elevation. The second part, I'm pushing back to the center, if you remember, guys. And here we go, we finished the second side. So what we're gonna do right now, from the occipital bone lower, we finished. As you see, my sections. Now I'm going to take from the occipital bone higher, and as you see here, I'm trying to explain is we will take our guideline from the sections we cut before. So as you see here, look, what is my guideline right now. I take my guideline from the previous hair I cut. This is my guideline. Okay, I keep my elevation 90-degree, and on my way up, you see how is my elevation go higher and higher and higher. So every time I cut like 1 inch, and then I go up 1 inch, and then I go up 1 inch, and then I go up 1 inch. This is how I go. You have to understand the shape of the head, guys, because as you know, the head is not flat, it's a curvy. So when we higher our elevation, the degree gonna change. Okay, so it's very important to understand the 90-degree elevation. And if you don't know the 90-degree, I tell you, you're gonna struggle with any haircuts later, like pixies, bob, shag. It doesn't matter what you do, you have to understand your 90-degree elevation. And I think in cosmetology schools, usually this is the first thing you have to learn, and this is what I learned back in time when I used to study in Virginia. So as you see, I take my guideline from the previous sections I cut under the occipital bone, and I see my guideline and take small section. It's very important, guys, to take small section. Don't take big sections, because you're gonna get lost and you lose your guideline. And if you lose your guideline, you're gonna lose the whole balance, and the shape won't be good in the end. So just make sure your section is small, and be consistent, elevation steady, and here we go, guys. I guarantee you will get the result you want, and you will be fine. So after I finish the back, as you see, it's very beautiful, layered, and you will see the final result later. Now we move to the side, and here we go. So how we take our guide, we're gonna take our guide from the back, from the previous hair we cut, and we're gonna take small section. And as you see, this is my 90-degree haircut, 90-degree, sorry, elevation, and I'm doing the same things. The same things I did in the back, I'm doing the same things on the side. 90-degree down, I elevate a little bit, I cut, and then I elevate more up and I cut. Here we go. It is simple, that all you need is just to focus and keep consistent, and everything's easy. Don't say, oh, it's hard, I don't know how to do it. There is nothing easy and nothing hard. All you have to do is focus and you will get there. It takes little time, practice, and you'll be fine, guys. So I moved now to the other side, and as you see, I take my first section, I do my 90-degree, and on my way up, as I said, half inch, don't take big sections. And I cut straight out from the head. I don't over direct, like push forward, backward. I don't do that. I just take the hair straight out from the head, and I cut my 90-degree elevation, and I keep going. And here we go, guys. Nothing complicated. Now we are moving to the top of the head. How we're gonna take our guideline. As you see here, I'm saying the head is curvy. So from the partial ridge, where the hair starts falling down, look, I'm taking my guideline from the lower hair I cut before, remember? And this is my guideline, and just I follow my guideline. Now the hair will go up till I go all the way up to the apex area. So here we go. And as I said, I don't over direct. I keep my elevation steady and straight out from the head, and I cut my 90-degree elevation. And if you see, it's really not that hard. All you need is focusing a little bit, and here we go. So if you know how to cut this haircut, you are safe with other haircuts. If you don't know the 90-degree and you don't know how to cut the uniform haircut, I tell you guys, you will struggle in salon. I don't know if you're gonna be a good hairstylist if you don't know how to cut this haircut, because this haircut is everything. So I move to the next side, and now I'm doing the same things. All I'm trying to say, guys, if you like something, you have to put your passion, you have to put your time, you have to focus on what you're doing. Don't do anything just because you need to. Okay, don't do it. Do something you love, you like, and you want to do it, not because you have to do it. This is a big difference. So after I finish, now I'm doing the blowout. I just put some mousse, weightless mousse from Aveda. I like this product, and I'm going with the flow. I don't force the hair when it doesn't want to go, but when the hair is wet, actually you can push it every direction you want. And this is usually I do that. Why? Because I want to give flexibility to the hair, so I can push it right or left or back. You know, I can push it every direction, and this gives me more freedom to style hair in many different ways. Now I'm doing the flat iron. I'm using low heat. I don't use high heat usually, only if it's necessary. So if somebody come to your salon and they have really straight hair, and you go with a flat iron, you want this polished look, you know, and add shine to the hair, just don't go crazy on heat because it's not necessary. So I'm very careful when I use heat. Now I'm doing the details on the dry part, and this is actually my favorite part. This is what to bring the haircut to the life, guys. The details, those small details that makes the difference. So now if you see here on the perimeter, you see how the hair is fine, because as I mentioned before, this mannequin is a fine haircut, and I'm doing it on purpose because lots of clients I deal with every day, they have really fine hair. And fine hair, you know, when low density, it's very hard to deal with. You have to be very careful how to cut it. As you see here, I'm not doing crazy things with my dry part. I just did little texturizing, and here we go, I'm styling it. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. If you do, subscribe to my channel, and I see you the next week with a new video, and ciao for now.